Hey everybody, it's Mutant Buster Green, and today I'm gonna take you all down, because we're going to Manifold Garden where nothing is real. Manifold Garden is a super weird indie game, and it just dropped on both the PS4 and the Switch. I played it on the Switch because I saw it there first, and also really trophies, they probably just well distracted me from the surrealist pleasure of it all. Also, it's GameCube controller compatible, so no worries about Joy-Con drift there. Okay, so, what is this game? Well, that's hard to say, but I can tell you right away if you're gonna like it. As a kid, did you ever take deep satisfaction in digging drainage ditches for puddles? Or did you like playing with a kaleidoscope? Or did you ever spend too much time looking at a mirror reflecting into another mirror at the mall? And when you played Portal, did you find the insults and the bad jokes and the character development just a distraction from your overall experience of putting cubes into holes and exploring 4D space?
You are a horrible person.
Now, if the answers to all those questions are yes, then Manifold Garden is for you. Manifold Garden is pretty much a spiritual successor to Portal, but without the jokes, and without the portals too. The key mechanics are all still there, and the levels are all designed in a way that if you fail, or you get lost, or you wander too far off from the main objective, you're going to end up in a mirror duplicate of the exact same level. Now, there are some real oddities here. The game has no story. The game has no characters, no enemies, no bosses, and no threats to yourself whatsoever. There's literally nothing here that can hurt you, and the only thing that could seemingly kinda hurt you is falling. But if you fall, it turns out you just fall forever, and you're not really affected. In fact, later on, strategic falling becomes kind of a convenient way to get around. All you can really do in this game is pick up blocks and solve puzzles and shift gravity. But in a very strategic game, this is not like Gravity Rush, where shifting gravity was a weapon for hyper-dynamic anime action. So later on in the game, when the block puzzles start to get a little stale, the game introduces river redirection puzzles. Remember that drainage ditch thing I was talking about before? Yeah, it really is deeply going into that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, whenever it would rain on the playground, I would dig some rivers in the sand to make the water go different places. And oddly enough, this tapped into my long-lost childhood urge to do that. So, this game is solid as hell despite the fact that there is no story, and there is no text, and there's no other characters, so all you have is the puzzles. And the puzzles in the game come down to either you figure it out because you're a genius, or you don't figure it out and you're gonna stagnate in a 4D, 3D world forever. Because there's nothing here to help you. I did get stuck in this game for a good couple of hours on one particularly hard puzzle, where you had to use a key to open a door, but then it turns out you had to pick that key up again and use it on a different door that was located on the roof of a building that I couldn't see because the building was in another dimension. And despite that, if you manage to beat Portal, this game shouldn't be that much harder for you. I beat this game in about 10 hours stretched over a long weekend, and I would not describe it as a bad weekend getaway either. Okay, now we are going to the spoilers section, because somehow in a game with no plot, there are still going to be spoilers. So, since there is no story whatsoever, what I pieced together is that the concept of the game is to travel to the 6 dimensions of a cube world, the front, the back, the left, the right, the up and the down, seeking out some corrupted tree and fixing the tree corruption with this antimatter cube, because doing that will get you a tesseract, which will unlock the next world. And then when you finally unlock all the worlds and beat the game, what are you gonna get? It's a kaleidoscopic glitch chart. Oh no, it's sucking me in! Ah! Oh yeah, so this is the ending of the game, you guys. You play this whole experience, and you get what seems to be a 4-minute screensaver. After a video game that kind of looks like a screensaver. But it's satisfying, even though it's kind of weird. I mean, yikes. Honestly, seeing this random geometric nonsense is kind of making me want to go back to doing 3D art. Speaking of 3D kaleidoscopic glitch art, I'm friends with this filmmaker in New York named Evan Cohen who does this kind of thing professionally. So if you don't want to pay $20 to play a 10-hour video game to see 4 minutes of psychedelic glitch art, you can just check out his Instagram, I am Burko, and see that stuff right now for free. Anyway, Manifold Garden. Wow, what a trippy game, you guys. I don't know. It was good. It was strange. I can't really judge it because it doesn't really have like characters or story or literally most of the things I usually judge a video game for. So, I mean, I'll say it was pretty, but then also it had these like jagged MS Paint edges that slightly ruined the aesthetic for me. I mean, if you squint, you can ignore them. Alright, you guys, that's another review video down. So, should I continue posting videos about cross-platform first-person indie puzzle games? I still need 597 subscribers to be a YouTuber again. Please subscribe, you guys. I'll catch you later.